Okay, so picture this, right? You're just scrolling through your feed and bam, there's Tom Hanks
Oh, wow.
in an ad for like something totally sketchy,
Yeah.
something you just know he wouldn't endorse.
Right.
Except, plot twist, it's not actually him.
Oh.
It's like his digital twin created with AI.
Wow.
That's the world performers are facing today, and it's why California's diving headfirst into uncharted legal territory with this whole AI thing.
Yeah, it's interesting how California's in this unique position, right?
Yeah.
Because you think about it, they're not just Hollywood, like the heart of entertainment,
Right.
but they're Silicon Valley, too, the engine of all this tech stuff.
That's true.
This convergence is critical because we're talking 32 of the world's top 50 AI companies are right there,
Wow, that's a lot.
based in California.
Yeah, it's like they've got this front row seat to this crazy collision of creativity and technology.
Exactly.
So it's no surprise they're the first to pass laws like these ones, AB 1836 and AB 2602, specifically to protect performers from unauthorized AI replicas.
Yeah, and the timing, too, like right after those SAG-AFTRA strikes,
Oh, yeah.
where AI was a huge sticking point.
It was a big deal.
It's a real concern for performers right now.
Yeah, I mean, Scarlett Johansson, Tom Hanks, they're taking legal action over this. Like, that says something.
Right.
And Hanks even put out that warning to his fans about AI-generated ads. Have you seen that?
Yeah, it's really concerning, especially with how fast this deepfake tech is advancing.
That's true.
It's not just about, like, putting someone into a scene anymore.
Yeah.
These AIs, they can mimic voices, mannerisms, even emotions, and it's scary how good they're getting.
Okay, so deepfakes. For those of us who, don't spend all day in the uncanny valley of AI,
Sure.
break it down for us. How does this tech actually work?
So it uses deep learning, which is a type of AI,
Okay.
to analyze tons of images and videos, like massive data sets.
Wow.
Then it uses all that data to either mess with existing media or even create brand new content.
Hmm.
And it looks real, like you can't even tell the difference.
And this isn't some, far-off dystopian thing either.
No, not at all.
These laws are a reaction to stuff happening right now, today.
Exactly. Yeah.
So let's get into the specifics. What do these laws actually do?
Okay.
AB 2602. That's the one about protecting living performers, right?
That's right. It's all about informed consent and legal representation.
Okay.
It makes it so studios have to say up front if they're using AI replicas. No more hiding it in the fine print.
Right.
And they need consent before using these digital doubles, which means actors actually have control over their image.
That's huge, especially in things like video game voice acting, where they might not even realize their voice would be, replicated and used forever.
It's true. They sign a contract, and then suddenly their voice is in 1,000 games.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what AB 2602 addresses.
Okay.
It makes sure they have a lawyer or union rep there when they're talking about AI and contracts.
Smart.
So they know what they're signing, especially for long-term use rights.
That's really important because that stuff can get complicated fast.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so that's AB 2602, all about protecting the living, breathing talent.
Right.
What about performers who are, no longer with us?
Yeah.
That's where AB 1836 comes in, right?
Exactly. That one deals with using digital likenesses after someone's passed away.
So, imagine a future where we could have Marilyn Monroe back on screen, thanks to AI.
Right. It's like digital resurrection.
Wild. But I can also see how that could get a little ethically murky.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not as simple as just, bringing back James Dean for a Pepsi commercial.
Right. AB 1836 addresses that directly.
Okay, good.
Studios now have to get permission from the deceased performer's estate.
So no more Marilyn selling soda without her estate's okay.
Exactly. Make sure their image isn't just used however companies want for profit.
Makes sense. They build a legacy, it deserves respect.
Absolutely. Even in the digital world.
It seems like California's really trying to stay ahead of the game with this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Setting the standard. Do you think this could lead to similar laws globally?
It's definitely possible. California often sets a precedent, like with those data privacy laws a few years back.
Oh, right.
Those had a ripple effect worldwide.
Totally.
As AI gets even more advanced, other countries are going to have to deal with these same questions.
Yeah, and it's not just a Hollywood thing either.
Oh, absolutely not.
We've talked about actors, but this AI thing is about to turn the whole entertainment industry upside down.
Totally. Music, gaming, you name it.
Right. Remember that AI Drake song that went viral?
Oh, yeah. How could I forget?
It was shocking how real it sounded.
It sparked a huge debate about artists' rights in the age of AI, for sure.
Because it's not just about legal stuff either. It's about artistic integrity, too,
Exactly, and it goes even further. Think about politics for a second.
Well?
AI-generated deepfakes in an election. spreading misinformation.
Oh, wow.
That's a scary thought.
Like that AI robocall that was going around sounding just like the president.
Yeah, it's really unsettling how convincing it can be.
That's the thing. You can't even tell the difference.
And that's dangerous and undermines trust in information, which is crucial, especially during an election.
It's almost like we're on the edge of something huge.
Yeah, like uncharted territory.
Because this isn't just about algorithms or whatever.
Right.
We're talking about protecting what makes us human, our voices, our creativity.
Our identities, even.
Exactly. And that makes me think, like, how do we make sure AI is used responsibly?
That's the big question.
So it actually helps society without, taking away our rights.
It's a tough balance.
Because we obviously want innovation. We want to see what AI can do creatively.
Of course, yeah.
But we also need to protect people, prevent this tech from being used in harmful ways.
It's tricky, like trying to build a plane while you're flying it.
Totally. And then there's the ethics of it all, too.
Right.
How do we make sure deceased performers aren't exploited?
That's a conversation that goes beyond just laws.
Definitely. We need everyone involved. Ethicists, tech people, lawmakers.
Working together for sure.
To figure out the guidelines for AI, how it's developed, how it's used.
Absolutely.
It seems like we're just scratching the surface here, understanding what AI really means for us.
We are. But at least people are starting to pay attention.
Yeah, and these California laws are a good sign. Like lawmakers are realizing, okay, this is serious. We need some rules.
It's like sending a message to everyone else like, hey, this AI thing is happening.
It's not science fiction anymore.
Exactly. And it's not just on lawmakers either. It's on all of us.
To be aware, to talk about it.
Consumers, creators, tech companies, everyone has a role to play.
Because in the end, we decide what the future of AI looks like.
With every choice we make.
Exactly. And speaking of choices, what stood out to you most in all of this?
That's a good question.
What's got you thinking?
I think for me, it's realizing this isn't just about entertainment or tech anymore.
Yeah.
It's about what it means to be human in a digital world.
That's deep.
That really makes you think.
It's a little scary, honestly, but also kind of exciting.
It's both.
And it's a conversation we'll keep having right here on The Deep Dive.
Absolutely. This is just the beginning.
Well, on that note, a huge thank you to all our listeners for joining us on this deep dive into AI and entertainment.
We hope you found it informative and maybe even a little thought-provoking.
Remember, the more we know about AI, the good and the bad,
the better prepared we'll be for whatever's coming next.
And one last thing to ponder before we go.
Okay.
If your digital likeness could be used without your consent, what message would you want it to send?
That's a good one to think about.
It really is. Well, until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions.
And we'll see you on our next deep dive.